So I've been looking forward to this call tonight because recruiting is the core of what we do. Sponsoring, building a team is what we do. We're all social entrepreneur. That's what we are. We are people seekers. We build a business of people. Each and every one of them goes out there and gets a share of handful of customers to consume these amazing products of ours. So it is exciting to learn how to recruit, the science behind recruiting, the art behind recruiting, and how we do it. So let's learn a little bit about what it is that we need to do to recruit and sponsor other social entrepreneurs to join our team as business partners, because they don't work for us, as business partners. What is our responsibility and accountability as team leaders in building a team of people to produce? So first, we want to learn how to produce, and then we're going to learn how to lead others to produce, because isn't this what this is all about? It's all about production, okay? So this is the three-step recruiting process. The first step is to pique interest. Now, some of us may have seen these slides, may have heard these terms, but I want to take time for the next 45 minutes tonight to explore on things that some of us have done, are used to, and have seen and heard before many times. But that's okay. It's important. Repetition is very important. So the first step of recruiting is really to pique somebody's interest, okay? And that is to sort through as many as we can on a daily basis as we build our business. It is your store, whether virtual, online store, whether you see people and sort through them online or offline or online or inline, it really doesn't matter. All you're doing is sort through as many people as you can to find out whether the prospect are interested or not interested in your opportunity. It is that simple. You're not here. Your job is not to convince. Your job is not to present or sell. Through the pique interest. The pique interest is all about finding out if somebody's interested in a business opportunity today or not, because they may not be interested now. Don't get me wrong, I have talked to a lot of people, and majority of the folks that I've spoken with, I would not hire them if I were to hire them to be distributors, because they're nothing but customers. They want to join my business to consume the product, and that's fine and dandy. We need them too. That's the lifeblood of our business, and that's customers. You need to have a lot of customers, but most people qualify to be nothing but consumers of these amazing products of ours, but they're not business builders. They're not looking for a business opportunity. Let me explain a little bit. It's very important that the stage is set right. Very important that you set yourself up to succeed and win, and not the other way around. And it all starts with this magical piquing interest question. And I've talked to a lot of folks. I've had a lot of people put me on the phone with three-way calls 7 years ago, 8 years ago, today. People put me on three-way calls with the prospects, and comes to find out that they're not open to a business opportunity. They really want to consume these products and maybe market them through, a couple family members or so, okay? So you have to ask the magical question when you are talking to a prospect and sorting through your prospect list, or people you know, people you meet, people that are referred to you, and you want to find out, simply put, are you looking for an opportunity today? It's that simple, okay? The second step of recruiting is to invite. So first you sort through and you ask the right question. I just got started with a business. It makes a lot of sense, and I have one question for you. I'm looking for a couple people to help me launch your market. Might you be one of those two people looking for opportunities at this time, yes or no? So you can ask this as you wish. It could be as simple as, are you looking for an opportunity, to build a home-based business today, yes or no, part-time? So you can ask it many ways, okay? But the next step is to invite them to a presentation. Very simple, very simple. And these presentations can vary. We have so many forms of presentations that you can use to enroll others into your business. It's very critical that this is used by everybody. Here's why. You actually train your new potential sponsoree by following these steps. When you follow these steps, what's going in their mind before they actually enroll, three things that are very critical that each and every one of us ask ourselves. Number one, is this simple? Number two, does it work? And number three, can I do it? So is this simple? Does it work? Can I do it and make money at it? And that's why it's very critical that you follow the right steps. Surely I personally, even though I'm the CEO of the company, and today I would think I can talk to anybody, truly present enough values that benefits anybody and sponsoring them into the business. But having said that, it's very critical that I understand whoever I sponsor, that before they even get in, they know that there's a system they can use, okay, because of those three elements. Is this simple? Does it work? Can I do it and make money at it? So these presentations can be the call tonight in the webinar. We have it at 6 o'clock in the evening Pacific time twice a week. You can plug your prospects into. We have a sizzle call. We have weeknight presentation. We have the live presentation, Super Saturdays, regional events, national events, online parties, VCRs, so forth. So all these are events. You can get together with an expert, and you should have many of them in our company today who would love to help you and do three-way calls with you, do three-way conference call, three-way webinar, or three-way meeting if they're local, and so that you can sponsor successfully. The third step of recruiting is to enroll. Pretty simple. So 3 steps. Okay? Number 1, pique people's interest, find out if they're interested or not. Number 2, invite them to a presentation, let them see what this is all about. And number 3, enroll them. You got to ask those closing questions. So after you or the expert presents the opportunity to the prospect, it's very simple. Get them in, enroll them, and plug them in through the training. Okay? Now, when I started Boresha, I want to go back to the basics here with us all tonight, because a lot of people ask me, how do I recruit? What is the most effective way? We all understand, I got to pique somebody's interest. I got to invite them to a presentation, and I got to take the order. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But really, how do we successfully recruit as many people? Because, again, as we saw last week, and I talked about 3 components that are very critical to the success of our business in Boresha or in anything that we do in life. Number 1, that's called attraction. Number 2, that is called retention. And number 3, it's called attrition, okay? As you can see, I repeated them twice because I'm writing them, but because they're so important. So attraction, you always have to keep on attracting new volume, new sales volume to your company, to your business, to your downline, to your organization. You can't just sit tight thinking, okay, if you don't attract, I'm going to show you through this formula what's going to happen if we don't keep on attracting on a daily basis, okay? So attract is keep on attracting on a daily basis. Retention. Along the way, you will retain some. You got to work on retaining some because some will stay. Here's the sad part, the attrition rate. Okay? Some will not. Some will go. But in order to win and to have a sustainable business model and to have a winning organization and a winning team, you've got to attract more than you lose. It's that simple. You're going to lose some. You don't live in a perfect world. It is not of your business or mine to why this happens sometimes. Multi-billion, trillion-dollar companies struggle every single day and invest, millions and millions and millions of dollars to keep their brand name recognized by their consumer all over the world. And they do that because they know that they're going to lose some, and their goal is to retain as many as they can, period. And your business is no different. So again, in order not to worry about the attrition rate, there's one solution: attract. Keep on bringing volume. Bring a little more than you lose on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Your sales commissions will never go down. That's a fact. That's just the way it works. So how do we do this thing very successfully, step by step, in order to have higher attrition? Okay, number 1, And I'm saying this to each and every one of you, and also as we build a team and an organization, as we'll see later on, you do the same. So number one is, why are you here? Okay, what are the reasons that motivated you to open up a home-based business? Why are you here? The reasons that motivated you to work a little harder, join Boracia, invest money in order to provide for your family time or financial freedom or a little extra here and there. Whatever those reasons are, you've got to define them. So when you have somebody join your team, and we'll talk later on, you want to make sure that you mentor them and coach them into this proven system step by step. Okay? It doesn't get any easier than that. Okay? I hope you can all see my screen. I've seen people come and I've seen a couple people go. Okay? So I hope you all can see my screen. If you can, somebody jump online and say, I can. Anyway. So first you want to know, you want to identify why you started a home-based business. This is a business, not a playground, okay? Oh, cool. Thank you, Tara. The second thing is, jot down your list of people you know. So, one thing we discussed during the national event, it was pretty cool when Kate Donovan, with your permission, fired each and every one of you and got you rehired all over again. I thought that was hilarious, but it is so true too. I cannot tell you folks how many times I fired myself and rehired myself. I probably have done it a million times throughout my 30-year careers, okay? So it's very important. You can always start fresh. Yesterday is gone. There's nothing you can do at all in any way, form, and shape to change what happened yesterday. Tomorrow is none of your control. What you are in control of is to be the best you can be, do the best you can do right now at this very second. So, you may want to rehire yourself starting right now. And as I'm sharing this, right as we hang up the phone, go to work and take action and apply them. Knowledge is great, but applied knowledge is the key to success. It's not enough that you know stuff. You've got to take action and apply them. So my prayer for each and every one of you who are on call, I don't care if there's 20 of you or 20,000 of you. The goal here is right after we're done, take action, put them into application immediately. You just launched your Boracia business. It doesn't matter how much volume you've got. It really does not matter. There's no competition here. Apparently, there are reasons why you're here. Whether so whatever those reasons are, let's go, baby. Let's get it done, okay? So number one, get your list. Get the list. Even if these people, especially if they have heard from you before about Boracia, those come first. As we all know, fortune is in the follow-up, and the highest penetration and closing ratios occur beyond the 10th follow-up. So when you follow up once or twice and give up, you're leaving a lot of money on the table, okay? So hope that makes a lot of sense. So first, identify why you're here tonight on the call and with this company and this business. Two, get a list of your people. Your contacts are your bread and butter. Your contacts, the people, are your bread and butter. You do not reinvent the wheel. Follow this simple system, and you will win, and you will win big. Okay? Number three, identify from the list of those people that you put down the handful of people who love you. All you need is three. It's funny. I was mentoring a gal a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, about this, and Marlon and I were talking about it this morning, and we were talking about a lot of case studies. And this gal had never had any success, literally, in her life. She had recently gotten a divorce with 3 children, and she had a very manipulating and over-possessive husband. She did not have a cell phone. She never withdrew cash nor deposited money in her bank account, okay, from the East Coast. A pretty sad situation. I was in Detroit, Michigan. I had 150 people. She walked up to me crying like a little baby. And I said, that's a lot of tears you're shedding. She said, yeah. I said, there has to be a story behind them. She said, there is. I said, I'd love to listen if you want to talk. She said, you would take your time and listen to me? I said, absolutely. I went to the leader in that area that was in Detroit, Michigan, and I said, pay attention to the crowd. I'm going to excuse myself, go invest time with this lady. We went out there for an hour, and that hour she was in tears telling me her story, how she's left with nothing and doesn't know what to do with 3 kids, you know. So anyway, and I followed exactly what I'm sharing with you tonight on the call. And before I did that, I asked her one question. I said, are you willing to do what it takes to get out of the hole that you're in today? Whether you're making or not, it doesn't matter. Are you willing? Do you have the courage? Are you a person of your word? Can you commit? Are you trustworthy? And are you willing to do what it takes? Because if you are willing, I am more than willing to mentor you and coach you one step at a time to change. She said, I am. The very next day when I flew back home to the home office, I called her. I didn't wait to me, that was very exciting. I didn't wait for her to call me. I called her. So, make story short, I asked her that question. I said, after she put out her list, I said, out of this list, do you have 3 people who love you? And she started laughing so hard. She said, I have more than 3 people. I have 12 people who love me. I said, that's great. But you see, this is why this is cute. You set the right expectations. All I said, do you have 3 people who love you? See, in her mind, she already is walking with victory, not defeat. It's very important, folks, that we start walking with victory and not defeat, okay? So she said, I have 12 people who love me. I said, great. Names, please. And we started jogging down their names. She would say them, and I would write them. I said, great. And I emailed her script. And that script was very, very simple. After I discovered her why she joined the business, okay? She told me her why, so we took one of her whys and we incorporated it into the script. I said, I'd like you to call those 12 people now. Right after you hang up with me, you start calling those people. That is your assignment within the next 72 hours. Folks, it's very critical in any business that you create momentum. And sales create momentum. Lack of sales are a problem. Okay? They're a momentum stopper. Very important, but that's okay. Anybody can create momentum, and anybody can create momentum anytime. So it doesn't matter what happened in the past, starting right now. Are you willing to create momentum? Let's go to work. And truly, I tell you, the very next day, and I was passionately watching my back office for that lady to see some traction. And it brought me so much joy that a day and a half later, she reached her goal of the goal that I wanted, and I didn't tell her that, of getting 3 customers. Now, that's critical. Here's why that's critical. And these customers just ordered the skinny coffee, the lean coffee. Okay, so I gave her a call and I said, okay, congratulations. She said, I'm not done. I said, I know you're not done, but congratulations. 2 things have happened. She said, what? I said, number 1, you just earned $60. And here's the exciting part. When only those people keep reordering every month, you will earn $60 every month on their reorders. That's if they don't order anything else. If they order anything else, you'll make more money. Here's the second great news. As of next month, you're going to start receiving your products free. And she cried so hard. Folks, that's duplicatable. The system has to be duplicatable, and it has to be step by step. Number 1, why are you here? Put the names down. Who loves you? Contact them within 72 hours. Why 72 hours? There's something in the emotional roller coaster of sales that is called itch cycle. Itch cycle. Okay? So what that means is when people do not produce, when they first join your team, and they don't see any production, any results, positive production, based on an effort that they put out, if they don't get any at all within 72 hours, they're gone. And there's no way beyond 72 hours, when you contact them as a leader, you'll be able to successfully obtain their leads from them. They're not going to give you their list. You can ask for it as long as you want, but they're not going to give it to you. They may promise you they'll give it to you, but it's not going to happen because it's past that 72 hour. Within those 72 hours, they're pumped up, they're excited on a scale of 1 to 10, they're a million. You gotta immediately coach them into doing things that they can accomplish. And you know what? There's no selling. Our family members and friends, people who love us, they don't want to be sold, really, do they? They don't want to be told. They don't want to be advised. They don't want to be educated by people they love. They don't want to be talked about science. They don't want to be talked about any of that stuff. You know, all I asked her to do is contact your people who love you and say, you know my situation, so I needed to make a positive change in my life, and I'm very excited that I've met a company. I launched my home-based business part-time in order to support my 3 children with such and such and such. I need your help. I have 3 packages, one for $99, one for $199, and one for $399. Which would you like to order today to help me, please? And truly, she had almost 100% penetration rate. Did she sell? She didn't sell it. Did they know anything about the company? It doesn't matter. Did they know anything about the science? It doesn't matter. Did they do it because they wanted to burn fat? Heck no. That's not why they did it. They did it because they wanted to support a loved one. Now, from that point, it grows and escalates when they learn more about the value proposition of our products, which are fabulous. That's when retention comes. That's when we retain the money. But first, you've got to attract. You attract, you retain. You attract, you retain, because some will go, but most will stay. Okay, I hope that makes a lot of sense, folks. Cause marketing is proven to work. It's fascinating, and go and apply it, okay? Next. Again, the goal here, listen, once your new person has acquired 3 customers and more, now they've got a story to share, okay? Now they've got a story to share. There's nothing and no one that can say anything from that point forward that will convince them otherwise. Because you and I know, folks, this is a social entrepreneurship opportunity. The good news, we're in the people business. The bad news, we're in the people business. There are 1,000,001+ reasons to why people do what they do when they do it. It is none of my business to figure out people. I'm not in the business of studying people. Okay? That's not my business. My business is to sort through as many as I can to acquire few distributors, to acquire few customers, and duplicate the same process. And if we learn to keep it that simple and stop the madness, we will build a legacy. We will change the world and put these products to become a household name in every city, every state, and every country. It's that simple. So once that new fresh blood that joined your team, once that person has created their story, now it's validated. It's validated because they tasted it. They taste victory immediately. Chances are they haven't even received the product. They could live in the East Coast. The company is in the West Coast. They joined the business 2 days or 3 days ago. It takes about 3, 5, 7 days to get the products from the West to the East. They didn't even have their products yet. But yet, somebody reached out to them and coached them adequately and properly, okay? And immediately they started enjoying success. Now they're walking on water. Next step. Because they built their story, it's very easy then for them to schedule their first BCR, Boresha Coffee Business Reception, within 10 days. It's very critical that it happens within 10 days. By now, they have received the products. Now they are so excited, and they're so passionate, and they're so enthusiastic about the whole idea that they have no problem. They'll do it with a smile on their face. When you, the leader, ask them, now that you've created your story and got 3 customers, tap into your market list, and let's make some call and invite about 15 to 20 people to come to your home to launch your business. See, now they'll do it. Why? And it doesn't matter what they say. I don't want to teach them what to say. You know, they can be ignorance on fire. They can make all the mistakes in the world when they invite. But here's why most people will attend their BCR, because they're excited. They're not boring. They're not fake and phony. They tasted victory. They know it works. They could never sell anything. That woman never sold anything in her life. She felt defeated. She was rejected. She was left with 3 kids. She didn't even have a cell phone. I had to get her a cell phone. I have to show her and help her out to get a cell phone. Folks, anybody can do this. It really is that simple when you put it into action and go to work. Okay? So immediately you schedule your first BCR within 10 days. All you've got to do is invite people. You can say it as simply and as much fun as this. You can say, hey, I just ran into something very exciting. I don't know what in the world is going on here. All I know is I never sold anything in my life, and I called few people I know, and everybody's buying this coffee that tastes good and burns fat. So I'm launching my business. I have a party in my home. You're invited. Be there. Goodbye. It doesn't, because you see they're excited. Even if they mess it up, it doesn't matter. People will feel the passion. They'll feel the excitement, and they will come because they don't want to be left out. They don't want to. You mean to tell me Nancy, we know Nancy, and she's never had much success in her life, and now her life is about to change, and we're not going to let that happen. We're going to join the ride, baby. She's not alone. Okay, so it's very important. My battery here is dying, so give me a second. I got to charge my battery. But it's very important that we understand that. It's all about psychology, and it has nothing to do with ABC, 1, 2, 3, dollar and cents. It has nothing to do with that. That's not why people, want to join your business. Fair enough? Okay. So, again, invite about 10. Make sure invite enough for 10 to attend, and the goal is to acquire new business partners and 3 customers. So, and we will do a whole session. We will have one of our fine leaders who's an expert in BCRs train each and every one of us on one Thursday, in the next couple of Thursdays, on how to hold a proper, successful winner of a BCR. Because BCRs are what business is all about. We are a network marketing company. We're a direct selling company. We're a party planning company. We're a multi-level market. I don't care what you call it. We are all of the above. Isn't that exciting? Why? Because of the nature of our products and the mission and vision to what this company is all about. And how we pay. We are within the law, and we're pretty excited about what we have today, from a compensation plan to team, to products, to science, to research, to trials. Folks, we've got it all. So, again, these are little techniques that you can use and you can teach others to use to enjoy great success. Next is make sure you hold your personal BCR once a month. You've got to hold your own BCR once a month. Right now, truly, I tell you, if each and every one of you on the call tonight, right now, is holding a BCR in your place of residence once a month, this company will be exploding. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. So if each and every one of us commits that I'm gonna hold my Boresha Coffee Business Reception once a month, and this is when I hold mine, and I put it on the company's calendar, and everybody sees that, we accumulate energy. And that energy will turn into momentum with increase of sales. And watch out, world, here come the Boresha maniacs. So this is pretty exciting. Okay, the next step is duplicate the process with your new partners. So let me go back and talk about this again, okay? So why are you here? Put your list down, identify who loves you, contact them within 72 hours and ask them to support your cause to where you started the business, okay? Schedule your BCR within 10 days. Commit to a BCR once a month and duplicate the process with your new partners. Folks, if you keep this to this simplicity, you will win, and you will win each and every time, okay? I'm going to invest a little bit of time now talking about team building. Now that we've recruited a couple people into our business, how do we build a team? How do we build a successful, productive team? Okay, so a few things. Number one, you yourself, you have got to attend the presentations. You have got to come in on these calls. Listen, if there are 2-3 calls out of the week at night, away from our schedule, away from our businesses, away from our jobs, if you're doing, if you're in Borecia part-time, or, full-time should be no problem at all. Part-time, to dedicate half an hour, 45 minutes at most, 3 times a week, it's given. Why? It's very important. Because when you attend these presentations, you're becoming a role model. People know that you've attended the presentations. Number one, you are an influence to others. You're an inspiration to others when you attend the presentation. I hope you all understand that. Because when you attend the presentations, you energize other people without your knowledge. Isn't that great? You energize them, you empower them, you inspire them. So you are valuable when you attend these presentations. Number one, they're very healthy for you because you hear things, and you may have heard them before, but all of a sudden you were not ready to really hear it, 10,000 years ago, but all of a sudden you heard one word tonight that clicked, and it gave you that aha moment, and you go, wow, I never heard that before. Well, you've heard it every night. I never heard that before. Isn't that amazing? You know what I'm talking about. It's happened to me so many times. Repetition is very important, very important. But here's the third most important factor of you attending presentation when you have a team. They know you're attending presentations, and people lead by example. When they know that you are attending presentations, they'll attend. If they respect you, they'll attend. Okay? Next, you promote the presentations to all your team members. You've got to promote them. I talked to a distributor the other day, who was complaining to me because his team members were not doing what he's doing. And I started laughing because I know exactly what he's doing. I said, well, no wonder why you are where you are. He said, what do you mean? I said, I'm sorry, with due all respect. If your team members, each and every one of them, is doing exactly what you're doing, how much money would you make? That was he bit his lip. I'm sorry, the truth hurts. But, come on. When was the last time you came in onto the call? When was the last time you held the BCR? When was the last time you acquired a customer? When was the last time you went and recruited somebody? And it had been a while. It had been a while. So he had very little to say after the truth was revealed. Okay? So you've got to promote the presentations to all your team members. And how do you do it? You send a text? Okay, that's one way. You send an email? Okay, that's a way. You telephone them? Okay, that's a way. How about all of the above? All of the above. No matter what you've got to do, you've got to keep on promoting the presentations. Now, be careful when you do that because people want value. People want value, okay? Is there value behind the presentation? I talked about the values earlier. Step 1, 2, 3, the values of people attending. Make sure you present those 3 values to your team members so that they may attend the events as well, okay? Contact new business partners who have enrolled in your team the same or the following day. Okay, I'm going to stop and talk a lot about this. This is very critical, okay? So here's what you need to do. And folks, I'm not suggesting things that I have not done. This is how I built Borecia 8 years ago, 7 years ago. This is very critical, okay? Every night before you close your beautiful eyes and lay your beautiful head on your beautiful pillow, about half an hour before you do that and you get tired, log on to your back office and log in. Go to your Borecia back office and look into how many people joined my team, my organization today. Now, that's if you have a crisp, clear daily method of operation, and I hope each and every one of you on the call tonight has. You've got to have a daily method of operation. Success does not fall off trees. You have to know every single day exactly what you're doing to reach your goals. You write them down, you take action, you apply them, and you go. And you do that every single day. Failure is not an option. Success is proven, is given when you do that. If you don't have a daily method of operation and you're doing Borecia just because I love George, I love Marcy, I love Lynn, I love Marlon, I love Steve, I love Eric, I love me, I love all. We're one big happy family. That's fine. I love you guys. This is great stuff. This is one of the things I love about Borecia. This is why I built Borecia. I love social entrepreneurship. I love network marketing for that fact because you form some amazing relationships. But that's not the only reason why we want to be in business. We want to be an inspiration to other people. We want to be encouragement to other people, and we do that through our own personal production. When I produce, you're producing. When you produce, your team members produce. When your team members produce, Boracia will create some great momentum and forget about it. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to, again, log in that day and find out how many people joined your team that day. I'm going to use an example that one person joined your team this day. So next step, welcome them and ask their permission for you to mentor them and support them in reaching their goal. So if John joined my team, John is in Oregon, I am in California, John has no clue who George is. He does not know who I am. But I log into my back office and I see that Eric sponsored John. And Eric could have joined the business only a week ago, which means Eric doesn't even know what he's doing yet at that point, doesn't know, hasn't seen the system, was not coached and mentored into it, but he went and sponsored John. All of a sudden, I immediately, that evening, if I dare, or the latest in the morning when I wake up. So if it's not too late in the evening, don't harass people. But again, networkers are crazy breed of people. We're animals. We don't sleep, okay? So what I would do is immediately I'm going to contact that new member, John. I'm going to welcome them and ask them if it's okay. I'm going to introduce myself, let them know that we're partners, that what my rank and position, I'm an executive director with Boracia, we're in the same team, we are partners. Do I have your permission to help you and support you in reaching your goals to where you started Boracia? Now think about that. Think about that. Immediately, the same day or the morning after, that new life, that new blood, John, gets a call from a leader in the company, welcomes them, and offers support. How fabulous is that? How awesome is that? How is John thinking right now about this company altogether? Just think about that. I mean, listen, I'm my hair is standing right now just thinking about it, okay? So John is excited. He's going, my goodness, this is professional. I'm important. I'm valuable. Somebody cares about me. You know, I didn't just give them my money. They take my money, they take my credit card, and they run. No, that's not what this is about. These people actually care about me. They want to see me succeed. That's fascinating. It doesn't happen that often in this industry. Now, again, I reach out to John immediately. Here's the bad news. If I wait until a week later, there is no John. John is gone. It's beyond the 72-hour age cycle. Okay? So, first is I want to contact their personal sponsor and congratulate them. So I want to contact Eric in Chicago. I say, congratulations, Eric, on job well done. I reach out to John, and we scheduled, because he's busy this morning at his work, and we scheduled a half-an-hour mentorship call tonight. I'd like you to be with me. Now, this is how you develop leaders, folks. You don't just do it, you do it with them. Okay, so now Eric and I, now we're doing a three-way mentorship. Okay, next, again, conduct three-way mentorship call, webinar with both of them. Follow the system and repeat it over and over and over. And what is the system? Let's go back. The first thing I'm going to ask John, he just joined the business. So tell me, John, why did you decide to join Boracia? What did you imagine when you were told about this opportunity that makes so much sense? Well, what is it that you're missing in your life that you have to have it so badly that you see Boracia as a vehicle that will help you get there? What is it? What is it? Tell me. So why are you here? Give me your list, blah, 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 blah. I hope you're seeing it, folks. So first, you create your own story, you produce, you build, you recruit, you acquire customers, and then you lead others to do the same thing, and you build a team. It really is that simple. Boracia is a lot of fun, okay? Okay, together we are a powerhouse. It doesn't take strength to win. It takes the true heart of the team to win. With that said, my heart goes with each and every one of you. And one thing that I want to impress upon each and every one of you, brothers and sisters, walk with victory, not defeat. Let's have a lot of fun, make a lot of money, and make a lot of difference in this world. God bless everyone. Have a good night.